What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Porch Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another entry number 22 of the June Vlog Challenge 2024. As you can tell, we are in a new location. We are at our hotel room at a, what would you call it? A seminar?
Yeah, seminar.
Okay, cool. I'll call it a seminar. I didn't know what to call it because, like, it's not really a design show per se.
Well, it is,
but
seminar
is more of a appropriate term.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we call them seminars.
Good.
Spring seminar and fall seminar.
So, it's like what, 4 hours to get here? 3.5, 4, 4.5?
3 hours and 47 minutes, but you shaved off 10.
Because
We were running late and he had to.
That's what heroes do.
It started at 6:30 and Jordan and I were both presenters at this program.
Yeah.
And when we left town, it estimated us not getting here till 6:17. So, he got us here at 6:04.
Not me doing 90 and a 75. That's not
It worked.
That's not enough for me to go to jail. Actually, it's definitely enough for me to go to jail.
Only 15.
I think once you hit 15 over, I think they start. If the cop wants to, they can just throw you in the back. Like you're a danger to society, dude. Get in the back of the
I
squad
didn't know
car.
that.
Yeah.
I will not be going 15 over on the way home.
Because I had a friend of mine that did go 15 over and got pulled over by a state trooper. And he said, "Man, I should be hauling you off to jail right now, but I'm not going to."
Wow. What friend was that?
Andrew. We were driving back from Colorado Canyon.
Oh, you told me that story.
Yeah, I got pulled over right around Hollywood 16.
Andrew.
Yeah.
He's not watching this.
Yeah, no, he had no shirt on, his blue jeans, his Marlboro cigarette hat. Just looked like
For
a
the record,
total hood rat.
Andrew and his brother are some of the most like straightforward dudes. Not as straightforward as him. They have rebellious streaks, but they are some of like they're just such good dudes. So
Yeah,
the
they
idea of either one of them going to jail is just
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yeah, no. Like, what would you do? Like, you overwatered your grass, or you left your flag out in the rain. Like, what would you do? Did you leave your American flag out? Like, tisk tisk. But anyway, so we worked today, and then after work we drove straight here, and like she said, I shaved quite a bit off of the time, which is I always love to do it. I always like to beat the clock. That's one of my favorite things to do, especially as a delivery driver. Like, it's like you're going to be there at like 8:47. Be there at 8:43, and then there I am. I mean, I don't do anything like illegal. I just know how to, the rules of the road.
And he doesn't speed in the work
I
van.
don't
He
speed.
knows
I
better.
absolutely do not speed in the work van.
Even when I'm hangry.
Yeah.
I told him to get back to me faster. He was like, I can't do that. And
Like,
I was like, yes, you can. He said, not in this car. I can't do that.
I was like, no, not in the work van. No, not on duty. Not on duty. Because obviously, if I could do it like in my own, personal vehicle, then yeah, I would do it. Just be aware of my surroundings. Like, oh, if there's 2 squad cars sitting at Chicken Express, maybe I shouldn't do it. But if there's nothing in sight, then I might go 10 over 12.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I've had a lot of experience having a lot of delivery jobs in my life. This is number 4, 5 delivery jobs.
Is it 5?
Because I had,
Papa John's,
Papa John's started,
Jimmy John's,
Jimmy John's,
Pizza Planet,
Pizza Planet,
Sooner,
J&E.
J&E.
Oh,
It's 6.
number 6. And technically I had a valet job, but I worked there for 2 weeks and then quit. Told them I had a stomach flu and didn't show up on Monday. I was like, I'm out of here, y'all suck. But yeah, so yeah, number 6 technically. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience, a lot of miles. I kind of want to see that, like when people say you die, like you get your like post-game stats. Like I want to see how many miles I've driven in my life, because it's got to be up there. Not just, obviously not as much as like a truck driver that goes coast to coast, but like just in-town miles, I bet that thing is like, I got to be in at least the top, like, 50,000 on Earth. I don't know. But Definitely something to think about. I don't know. Just like, yeah, you look up in the sky and then you see, like, you know, your stats, like how many minutes you were alive, how much water you drank, how many miles you've driven, how many.
Speaking of water, I'm gonna drink not water.
Yeah. I mean, technically, one of the
I'm
ingredients
thirsty.
is water. Yeah, she's like, I'm thirsty. And she said, I'm snacky, so I got her some snacky snacks.
Carbonated.
Carbonated, but there's water in there. It's like
The first ingredient.
I had that conversation with
carbonated
Carol. She
water.
was chugging an iced tea one day, and she was like, "There's water in tea, right?" I said, "Mm-hmm," but I don't think it works that way. But there's definitely water in tea.
Because tea is a diuretic.
Mm-hmm.
So is Coke.
Yeah. What? Anyway,
But so is
so
coffee.
yeah, pretty much anything but water most of the time is a diuretic. But
No, electrolyte, like Gatorade
No, I mean,
and
yeah.
Powerades and stuff, they're not diuretics.
yeah, but the number of Coke and Pepsi and all the other products
Oh, yeah,
far
yeah, yeah.
outweigh that for sure. So milk.
I don't think milk is a diuretic.
No. So moo juice is not diuretic. That's good. Oh, I had to break my sister's heart today.
Why?
And not really, but she tagged me in that. Oh, Netflix is releasing the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Rob Zombie's going to direct it, and DJ Qualls is going to play Freddy. I told her it's as fake as a $3 bill, and she said, "Oh man," I'm like, and people in the comments are like, I hate you for posting this. Damn you for giving me hope." It's like, it's not real. I could have told you the first time, because this has been going around for a few months, because it's like October 2024. First of all, not gonna toot my own horn, but I would have heard something by now if it was coming out in October 2024. Even people in the Elm Street subreddit that I'm in are like, "Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this stuff that they're posting?" And I'm just like, no, I can't believe this stuff. I did win Post of the Week. Somebody told me on the Elm Street subreddit this week, because I don't.
Oh, what?
You're like a constipated turtle in that face.
I'm just making funny faces.
Anyway, in the Saw subreddit, I started making say something nice to this character that's like lesser liked. So I did my first one for Elm Street, and I apparently I won Post of the Week or something. So I was kind of proud of that. It was Marge, Nancy's mom, in the first one. Everybody's like, "Oh, she could outdrink me, or she can drink me under the table, or you did the best you could with child murderer." So Mom of the Year of 1984 goes to Marge Thompson. Anyway. I don't have really much else to talk about tonight, unless you got something else you want to add. Fishy Fisherson.
Not that I think I'm tired, so I'm being purposely irritating. I get it from my dad.
Yeah, he does get irritating when he's tired. That's a family trait. But
When I
anyway.
get sleepy, to keep myself awake, I start doing irritating things.
Like she's gargling mouthwash with a goldfish in her mouth.
My dad, when he gets tired, he usually, now he doesn't, because he just plays his video games in the evening, because he's a teenager again, which is fine. I love him.
Totally
But
love that.
when we were kids, when he was tired, if he was sitting here like doing stuff like this, or pulling on your ear,
Yeah, I
or
would
pulling on your hair,
instantly go to the other
or
room. Yeah,
it's because he was tired, and now I do it to him.
yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've been tired and he's sitting there talking or watching a video or something, and I'm sitting there going,
Yeah, it's like I just love it so much. Joy to be here. Oh yeah, there's something else I was going to talk about that I forgot.
that I'm a joy?
Well, besides you're a joy, so there's two things to talk about. One, she's a joy. Moving on to the next one. So I found out today that DiGiorno is releasing 4 new flavors for the Deadpool Wolverine movie. While we were in there with the girls, because I looked at my Hot Pocket.
I'm glad that you answered the question I was asking.
Oh yeah, it's
without
just on
me
your
having to
face.
say it.
They're releasing like a Wolverine flavored, which comes with like beef and chorizo. They actually releasing Wade's pizza with the pineapple and black olive, sweet and salty, which I thought that was pretty cool. They're releasing like a maximum pepper, which is just a double pepperoni, and then they're releasing the fourth one. I can't remember what's on it. Oh, it's a chimichanga flavored pizza, which I'm like, sign me up because that sounds amazing. I want to try all four, and apparently they're coming out pretty quick. So,
But I immediately pictured the taste of an Allsup's chimichanga on a
pizza. Hell yeah!
No.
Yeah, I would. That's the country I'd die for right there if we get pizza, chimichanga pizzas. But anyway, so the question today apparently was no good. So we.
So, the original question today he couldn't do because he has to record this on his phone. So the original question was for him to put his playlist on shuffle and tell us the first 10 songs and how he feels about them.
Aren't you following me on
I don't know.
the Spotify?
I don't know.
That's an Omni Bear.
It wasn't Omni Bear.
Where's
Am I? How do I do that?
Which goes in your liked playlist? It should be. I thought mine was on there. And there's always 2. There's Church 7.
I have Church Inmost.
Church Inmost is no longer available.
Why?
I got rid of it
Why?
because I want to complete them.
Well, that's irritating. I have Church 6. I have
what-
Church 2.0.
Well, see
Church 4.
see what comes up on the Inmost. See if anything comes up. Oh, it's still there. Okay. So you can just put that on shuffle, and I can talk about that because that was technically my top 50 songs from each playlist that I had at the.
I won't let much play because I don't want you to get in trouble for copyright.
Yeah, or
so.
you can just mute it and just be like, all right, this song came
Oh,
up.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then just.
Take on Me.
By Aha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to talk about it, why I love that song, or?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it was just one of the craziest music videos to come out at its time. You know, the lady goes into the black and white world, and it's all, you know, like a comic book, like they're all drawn in and stuff, and it's really cool. And also that high note that he hits during the chorus. I always love that, and I always used to drive people crazy because I tried to hit it whenever, especially when it came out on Rock Band, because that's one of my favorite songs to sing on Rock Band, because I try to do the like. But anyway, with no warming up, that's what you get. So glad I could be there for you to do that. So that's all I gotta say about that one.
Okay.
Dare You to Move,
by
Switchfoot. Oh, that's a good one. Not my favorite Switchfoot song. I do love that song though. It's a good song. It reminds me of a simpler time because one of the first few times I heard the song was actually at a church camp, because you know Switchfoot is considered Christian rock, I guess.
He is Christian rock.
Which is funny though, because they were gonna open up for Nickelback on their tour
Well,
before it
they
got
do both.
canceled.
Flyleaf is also Christian.
Yeah.
So is Family Force 5.
Family Force 5 is
So there's another one. Oh,
Hawk Nelson.
Hawk Nelson.
Hawk
There's a rock band that is both. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. and I can't think of who it
Amberlin?
was.
Amberlin's also.
That's not the one I was thinking of,
Yeah.
but that's also true.
They're also.
I can't. I'll think of it later.
Yeah, but Switchfoot. That's definitely a good song that
It
you know,
also starts with an S.
reminds me of Skillet.
Yeah, Skillet. That's the one.
There we go.
That's
Got
the
it.
one.
Got it. Yeah,
That's
Skillet.
why I keep it.
Yeah, 'cause I got useless knowledge up here. But yeah, it just reminds me of a simpler time before. I think that's actually also the same night that I think I got my first concussion.
Your first concussion?
One of the first ones, yeah. One of the guys was acting like he was Roger Federer playing ping pong, and he like swung his ping pong paddle behind me as I was walking by and just bam, right in the forehead.
Ow.
And I had a giant welt all weekend right here in the middle of my forehead. And I was on the ground like, ugh. He's like, you okay, dude? You okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, I think so. Ow. It's got a giant red dot right here in the middle of my forehead where the ping pong paddle just, yeah. So,
Next.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Teenage
by
Dirtbag
Weebies.
also, first of all, reminds me of you, because that's one of your favorite songs.
Because it's my little sister's favorite
And
song.
so anytime I hear that song, I instantly think of you. And American Pie. First, I don't think it was ever featured in the movie American Pie. Maybe it was, but those were a bunch of teenage dirtbags, you know, especially when they're doing stuff with pies. And this one time at band camp.
I
But,
want to listen to it.
Yeah, well,
It's one of my favorites.
it's a good, and it reminds me of, you know, American Pie, you know, pretty much any comedies from the early 2000s. American Pie, The New Guy, just stuff like that. Road Trip, you know, you name it, it reminds me of it, and it just puts a smile on my face because it also reminds me of when I was younger, and I think a teenage dirtbag when that song came out. So it's like, yeah, it's an anthem. So that's how I feel about that one.
Ready?
Yep.
Stacy's Mom. Did I click on the wrong playlist? This is all like
No.
my favorite
No,
stuff.
yeah, in most.
It does say
It's,
in most.
Um,
But these are so far some of my favorite
Yeah.
songs.
and bands and stuff. Stacy's Mom, one of my favorite one-hit wonders. Fountain of Wayne. I don't think you could name another Fountain of Wayne song like right now. No, I couldn't either. So that's called a one-hit wonder. But I just remember watching the music video and really thinking about, yeah, Stacy's mom really does have it going on. She's hot in that music video, so I could see why you would. And have you seen the response song that somebody wrote from Stacy's point of view?
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's pretty good.
It is freaking hilarious, and yeah, I definitely like that song quite a bit. All right. I just thought I heard some. Oh.
No, featuring Chris Jericho by
Quarantine and Chris Jericho.
I don't actually know that one.
Huh?
I don't know that one.
Okay, so No is a cover of a Kiss song. And Quarantine was a band that was formed in quarantine that has PJ Farley and Chris Jericho, the only two that I can name. I can't name the other two guys. But Chris Jericho, for those that know, he's the wrestler, but he's also a huge Kiss fan. So he was bored during COVID, and he was like, hey, why don't we get together, you know?
Bored. I heard born, and I was like,
He's bored.
no.
He was not born during COVID. He's bored during COVID, and him and some friends were like, hey, let's just do some Kiss covers and call ourselves Quarantine with a K. Because, you know, Kiss says it's not cool unless you spell it with a K, clearly. And it's a good cover. I like how Chris Jericho can hit those high notes that Gene could hit in the 80s. And it's a good song. No alcohol required, for sure.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Rest in peace to Chester. God.
I'm sad.
To the end of time, it's going to be rest in peace to Chester. Love that song. I instantly go back to the one time I was playing against a guy on Madden online, and he had his mic on, and he was blasting music in the background the whole time, and he was kicking my ass the entire game. I think he had the Steelers, and I was the Cowboys, and I came back at the end, and he knew that he wasn't going to win, so he changed his song to In the End, and he's just screaming the top of his lungs, I tried so hard. And he's like, good game, Colin Porkchop. God damn it. Like, he was so pissed at himself. So that reminds me of the good times. How many songs is that?
I don't know. How many was that?
I don't know. We started
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
with 6. So this is number...
Popular Monster, Falling in Reverse.
One of the few Falling in Reverse songs I can stomach. I'm not a real big Falling in Reverse fan, but that song
I
definitely...
think you just broke your other sister's
She
heart.
knows. We've had this conversation before. I told her, and I quote, I think Ronnie Radke's kind of a schmuck. And she said, he's an acquired taste, but I love my Ronnie. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Shoo
You
shoo.
don't sound like that, just in case you're wondering.
You sure about
Quit!
that?
that, she might actually watch your
I
stuff.
know, and I've
Out of
boom roasted.
your close family, she's the one.
Boom roasted.
And Gammy.
I love you. Yeah,
At
Gammy.
least I think Gammy watches.
I think she just
Gammy, do you watch them or do you just like the post? Let us know.
comment
Christy also.
pickle juice in the comments on Facebook because you like it on Facebook. Comment pickle juice if you're watching these videos. If not, then I think you're just liking it to be a supportive grandmother, and I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a good song. Yeah.
Another Linkin Park.
Burn It Down. Oh my God, that brings back memories too. Listened to that song a lot back in 2011. If I did Spotify like I do now, that definitely would have been like top 3 songs of that year because I could listen to it over and over and over. The first time I heard it was before they went to a commercial break when it was the NBA Finals. And they would play it like every third or fourth, like, hey, we'll be right back after these messages. And I was like, what song is that? And then I heard it on the radio, and it said, hey, that was the new song from Linkin Park, Burn It Down. I'm like, got it. Bought it on Spotify that day. So I was very happy about that, for sure.
Is that 8?
8.
Number 9, if it would change, is Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
You gotta have a good Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta, and that is definitely one of them. A Higher Ground is definitely another one up there. But Superstition reminds me of Halloween because that's I hope that got caught.
Elbow.
I hope that got caught on camera because that
I
was.
hope it did too. It was very
That
loud.
was
juicy
wicked
pop.
awesome. It was juicy pop. Juicy fruit? That's the first thing I thought it was juicy fruit.
I don't think it's too.
I hope not. Then that means you probably need to go to the doctor. Why don't you want it? But anyway, yeah, it reminds me of Halloween, and it also reminds me of when Raven Simone actually did a cover of it for The Haunted Mansion. Stevie did it better, but I still remember that on Disney Channel. And the last one, what's it gonna
Number
be?
10 better be a good one. Magic
That is a
Dance
good
by
one.
David
That is a
Bowie.
good one. For another song that reminds me of my wife.
Magic dance, magic dance,
And
magic.
And as a
Get that
child,
baby stone, you
we-
slap that baby. Sorry. I also skipped like 3 lines,
Yeah.
but I do have the song memorized.
she loves this song.
I love it.
But again, it reminds me of her. I'll just add to it, add to the minutia, for sure. But it also reminds me of when I was a kid, I thought the character was a woman. And then I guess it was just one frame. I think it was during Magic Dance where I looked down, I'm like, oh, that's a guy. Oh, man. Like, it was kind of like one of those things, like, ooh, she's kind of, ooh, I like her. Like the guy from Wedding Singer when George sang, do you really want to hurt me? Steve Buscemi's like, ooh, I like her. It's like, ooh, I like her. Oh, that's, David Bowie. Oh, that's a guy. Never mind. Very pretty guy in that movie, though, for sure.
He was a very pretty guy in
Yeah,
general.
just in general. Even till the day he died, that man was absolutely just incredible. Definitely lost him way too soon.
I still can't.
As a,
Him and Alan Rickman back to back.
yeah.
I just
Don't
my
smoke,
heart-
kids. Don't smoke.
Like, they were literally, I've never really been into pop culture. I don't understand movie quotes. I've already covered that I don't listen to a whole lot of music.
Yeah.
There are a few, well, there were at least 6 of them on there that are my jams, but David Bowie was one that I grew up with. My
Yeah.
favorite movie is The Labyrinth.
Yeah.
So, hence also loving that song. And then Alan Rickman, it was my all-time favorite actor because of his portrayal as Snape, but I also loved him in Die Hard. And I just really enjoyed all the interviews that I ever saw with him. He actually bought me his biography. I haven't read it yet because I'm afraid it's gonna make me sad.
Oh, it'll make me
But-
sad from what snippets I've read. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
But I loved both of them so much, and I bought my very first car on my own that January, the day before Bowie. Sorry, living in Texas. The day before Bowie died. So I named my car Ziggy
She did.
because Ziggy Stardust. And then what was it? 4 days later?
Was it really
2
that
days
quick?
later? Yeah, it was that. I thought it was that.
I thought
quick.
it was like 2 or 3 months later.
No, it was in the same month.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Let me remember the day. Hold on. I know David
Yeah.
Bowie was first.
Yeah, Bowie died.
So
And then,
Bowie died January 10th, and then Alan Rickman. Yeah, January 14th. 4 days later. I was right. And so, but I had already named my car. And so then Alan Rickman died, and I kid you not, when I woke up and heard that, I bawled. And I texted him,
Yeah.
and I was bawling.
and it hit me
And
hard too.
I was so upset. I was like, and I didn't even name my car after him. But Bowie died too. How am I supposed to pick? So I named my next car Severus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then it got totaled as well.
But I took Alan Rickman's a lot harder than I did Bowie's, because I grew up watching the Harry Potter movies also, but I was introduced to him as Hans Gruber from Die Hard. So even though he nailed his portrayal as Severus Snape, he would always be Hans Gruber in my eyes. But I think it's going to be. That makes me sad to think about too, because it's not going to be too long now. But when Bruce Willis goes,
Oh,
because he's declining apparently rapidly, and that breaks my heart. You know, one of my favorite action heroes. It's just going to be. I can just imagine them like at the pearly gates. You know, like him like sneaking around the vents and stuff, trying to get away from Alan Rickman.
and then Betty White making fun of them in the background.
That's the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs. And I loved Hans Gruber. He's like one of my top 5 favorite movie villains of all time. He's up there. And so anyway, it was supposed to be about David Bowie, but I went on a tangent about Alan Rickman. But yeah, Magic Dance reminds me of her and my childhood, and the Muppets dancing and them throwing the baby in the air and the baby laughing and smiling and his little Where's Waldo pajamas. It's a good snapshot.
Also, when it says slap that baby, make him free,
yeah,
my whole life, like until I was a full-grown adult and listening to the song with him, I thought it said slap that baby, make him pee.
yeah. Which I mean, it also kind
Kind
of
of makes more sense,
it
but
makes- yeah.
you know,
But whatever. And then I got the verses wrong for years, evidently. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry.
crying hard as babe could cry.
What could I do?
My baby's love was gone.
Yeah.
Make my baby blue.
I don't remember what I used to think that was, but it
What
wasn't
could
that.
I do?
And the next verse was, I saw my baby trying hard as babe could try.
Mhm.
I would just repeat the first verse. I'm like, oh, no, forgot. I was supposed to switch it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have failed you. Don't get mad at me, Jareth. Please don't kidnap me and send me in a labyrinth and take me straight to the castle.
I messed up that verse actually
yeah.
because I got hung up on it too. But because it's not, I made my baby cry. That's not what it
I
says.
saw my baby crying
Crying
hard as babe could cry. My baby's
His
love
love
had
had
gone
gone.
and left my baby blue. What could I do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I added the crying part
Yeah.
in twice.
But anyway, all right.
I'm
Well,
tired.
yeah, I'm tired too, and I want to eat this Hot Pocket before it gets totally thawed out, and I'll just have to eat it for breakfast in the morning. But anyway, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be on the road we're out of town for today and most of tomorrow, but we should be back at the house for the vlog tomorrow. So, all right, guys, thank y'all, and always remember, my little piglets call Pork Chop loves y'all the mostest. Y'all take it easy, guys, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Look, guys.